the energy stream that is coming in is the energy of the Great Return. As the channel was mentioning before we began speaking in this transmission, there is a type of levitational power that your world is experiencing now through the energies of spring, through the energies of the golden dawn. You are experiencing as a people an inner levity. This is causing the Kundalini power to rise. This is causing your dreams, your essential missions stored within the foundational blueprint level of your being to rise. And it is causing the ancient secrets stored within your earth to also rise. Many of you have been made aware that there has recently, under the Great Pyramid in Giza, been a large discovery. Powerful, massive, cylindrical structures have been detected beneath the Great Pyramid. This is the first of many discoveries that shall be made. Keep in mind that the methods used to detect that which is below the pyramids can also be used in a wide variety of different areas. You are going to find the remnants of many, many ancient civilizations. It will also initiate a certain level of contact eventually, for some of the structures that will be detected will still be in use. And if humans are to travel beneath the surface, if they are to explore some of these structures, they will be greeted by certain beings. These are the inner earth beings. And these high vibrational areas that represent the ancient structures beneath the surface are overlay areas where doorways exist that allow for beings that would usually be, to you, invisible multidimensionals to be able to be experienced by your people in a crystallized way. In other words, these overlay zones make the inner earth beings to all of you more physical, more perceivable. And to the inner earth beings in these overlay zones, you are made more perceivable to them. You are made more energetic like they are, similar to how these transmissions happen. We are able to meet in the middle through resonating with one another. So this sense that you have of being on the same wavelength, of being a part of a psychic collective, which you experience through these interactions and other interactions like these, such effects are amplified to a tremendous degree within these inner earth overlay zones. Remember that your earth has a heartbeat. Your earth has an electromagnetic pulse. These ancient technologies are meant to act like giant resonators. They are able to resonate with the frequency of that pulse, with the frequency of the energy that moves through that electromagnetic circulation. And through resonating with this frequency, they are able to generate various expressions of power. Electrical power is just one expression, is just one translation of that captured energy and of that amplified energy. So this energy was used to generate electrical power, but other forms of power were also generated that you don't necessarily have a great deal of language for. Do keep in mind that extraterrestrial craft utilize forms of power that may, in a certain degree, involve electricity, but ultimately, the craft utilizes what you would describe as electromagnetic power, different blendings of electromagnetic powers, and this can translate as electrical power, but it can also translate as many forms of power. You have what you describe as secret powers, hidden powers, occult powers. You have what you describe as emotional powers, mental powers. You have what you call spiritual powers. You have what you call superpowers, many forms of power, as you can see. Remember that your body is also a technology. Just as much as your car is, just as much as a spaceship is. If anything, your body is a more sophisticated piece of technology than these other two examples. So, when I speak of these ancient underground locations being used to generate power, and there being many forms of power, what I mean is, not only were electrical devices powered through such technologies, but human consciousness itself and the magical powers of humanity were empowered by such technologies. Certain facets of clothing in ancient times were designed to resonate with some of these structures, with some of these high vibrational technologies, thus allowing for certain individuals adorned with certain technologies, whom utilize certain technologies, to be like walking pyramids, to be like walking energy earth grid resonators. In a certain way, you are learning that you have the ability at this time to create something very similar with your own technology. You all have the idea of your own grid that you have created around your world through towers and satellites and devices. Keep in mind that this grid has a consciousness. This is what you would call your digital, electric, human consciousness. This grid can also be worked with. This grid has a spirit. This grid has an agenda, a mind, just like you. It is like a digital version of your collective human spirit. So, just as you work with your human collective consciousness, remember, you have the energetic version of your human collective consciousness, you have your digital version of your human collective consciousness, and you have, of course, your past and future version of your human collective consciousness. There are many levels of the collective that you can interact with. Each of these levels has its own God, has its own oversoul, has its own collective persona that you can interact with, that you can relate to, that you can exchange energy with to create real transformative effects in your life and in the lives of others. That is the benefit to personifying and to forming a relationship, a conscious relationship with these different expressions of consciousness.